Welcome back to Inside Scottish Football. It was second against third at Rugby Park on Saturday when Kilmarnock played host to St Johnstone. The strength of Killie's challenge has surprised many, and with more than a quarter of the season gone, a home win would put Bobby Williamson's men back at the top of the Premier League. Archie McPherson describes the action.
St Johnstone are dominating in midfield at the moment. Killie really cannot get going. Here is Preston. Touched inside there to Boyle. And the very good thing about this player, George Boyle, is how he nicked away from his marker here. He looked to be covered and then he slipped in there just in front. I think St Johnstone just getting that. Yes, there was a touch. And now we're getting the left-hand curve on this from Preston. Falls down neatly to O'Neill, and he tries a little chip. Almost there. Well, that's the deftest touch we've had in a day when it's very difficult to execute finishes like this. He judged it extremely well. He kept his head and then dabbed at it. And look at the efforts of Marshall here. Once again, touched away. Yes, there'll be a free kick for that. I don't think tackling like that is absolutely necessary. There's Kane in with it, and it's in! Dodge comes up to finish it off. Well, he's been doing that so well at the other end of defence, and maybe the logic was that he'd be there when the opportunity fell, and he was. So from a needlessly conceded free kick has come the opening goal of the game by a man who's been superb in the air. Well, St Johnstone deserved to be up at half-time by that 1-0. It's not that they had more possession than Kilmarnock, probably it was the reverse, but certainly the chances in the box were clearer and more distinct than the ones that Killie tried to map out for themselves. And that one counted. Lapse in defence was always possible from a high ball. So there has to be an element of fight now in this Kilmarnock side. You would have thought the motivation is strong. A win here puts them at the top, and there was Wright giving us an instant retort to that. Swerving it away in there. Good ball by Durrant. The gland's just a little bit too fine. Boyle, neat little flick to the side. That was O'Neill. Kane knew exactly where O'Neill was going to run for that. Tucked inside beautifully. That's a great move and almost got to Boyle. Montgomery was in there again, and how many times in the game has Ray Montgomery thwarted the St Johnstone side by good positioning inside his own box. Well, approaching 10 minutes into the second half. And once again, it was Dodds up for it. This time, better cover. And Vareille should be able to turn his man. The sogginess held that ball back well for him. Despairing tackle there by Kane. I'm glad he didn't make any contact. That might have been a yellow. That's hard going, and a free kick, and O'Neill saying that Mitchell was giving as good as he got. That's a right old tussle, that one. Got themselves in a knot, and I think it was that last one there that caused the difficulty. That was a reprisal away by Dasovic. Neat little turn by ball. In fact, he fought very well for that. He's got to lay it off well, and he does to Kane. He must shoot from there. He almost put it away. Lovely flowing move there by St Johnstone. And the intelligence of O'Boyle enabling that final shot by Paul Kane. They've got a little bit of freedom again. McQuillan, the man who was yellow carded, coming through. Here's Kane. O'Neill. Not just get the corner kick out of it, even though that O'Neill made that mistake. And it's just headed out there by Mark Roberts. I think the ball may just have been going past. It certainly was thundered in here. Might have been going past, but Mark Roberts will give away that free kick, as I said. Great shot by Kane again. That's twice now in the space of about 90 seconds. He's been up there to try and add the second. Got out of that well. Good play by Hamilton. Durrant, ball just going beyond him. Beautiful turn there by O'Boyle. O'Neill going right through the middle. And here's Lowndes. He's going in for it himself, and he puts it away for the second goal, and superbly struck. It really was. The way he collected himself and measured up the shot. Look at how he angles it away, picks his target well, and he's delighted with that, as well he should be. Dodds getting back. Alan Main, not the best ball by Main. And there's an effort, it's in! What an amazing strike! That ball played right. Put it right back, and Roberts picked it up, and that astonished everybody. Nobody expected that one. Almost the equivalent of the goal that was scored by George O'Boyle last week. He picks it up here, and he decides, well, why not have a go at this? And it paid off, and suddenly, after being so dejected and jaded looking, Kilmarnock back in it. Just about 8 minutes left. Vareille. Done well on it. Holt. Can he go forward himself? That's a better ball to Mitchell. He delayed his shot, it's in, it's an own goal. Killie dramatically have equalised. The scorer, Alan Kernahan. It's astonishing. Well, that's football for you. They were outplayed for most of the second half. Then you get that, as I said, bolt from the blue goal by Roberts, and now, after pressure that we haven't seen in the game from Kilmarnock up till this point, that very fortunate own goal, it's now 2-0. The referee gives the free kick. It's getting very close to the final whistle, though. There's Holt. Really has to be played into the box, and it is. Burke is up there with a head. There's an appeal for a handball by Dodds. The referee waves play away. Now, he looked to have played that. Handling is about being deliberate, and that was as close as you can get to it. Try to dip it in there. It's going to end fecklessly, though, as the final whistle goes. Well, it's ended on a controversial note with the Killie players sure they were denied a penalty kick. Although, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think Killie deserved to win this game. But at the end of the day, the points are shared.
I was delighted to get a point in the end up. Never really played that well today. Don't really think we deserved anything, but in the end up we could have stole it. But still got a point, we're quite happy.
And you must be delighted with your goal. Was it a bit of an opportunist strike?
It's just one of the goals. Just took a touch and just volleyed it. I knew the keeper was off his line, so happy to see it going in, and it started the fight back.
I thought our lads were